I have been chosen. What's going on, YouTube? I'm going to show y'all how to put together a wonderful build using Fire Staff and Great Axe. As we load in here to New World, I'm going to go ahead and disclose that this build is for high mobility purposes. The damage potential could be better in a few different ways. I might explain that here moving forward, but I'm going to just jump right into this build as soon as we load in here. I hope your day is going well so far, and I hope you enjoy this guide. If you like it, drop a like on the video, drop a comment for me, see what I can do better for you guys next time. I'm going to try and be clear and concise for y'all, and let's just get right into it. So again, this is the Fire Staff Great Axe build. We are utilizing the Abyss. Let me kill this wolf here. Here's a little example of that build damage. Not really. Okay, so we have the beast staff right here, bestial fire staff of the scholar. You can go ahead and run the best in slot if you can get it. If I'm not mistaken, it's like fire, I don't know, it's something you see it on the auction house for 30,000. But the biggest perk that you want from this is definitely going to be your empowering fireball. Now they did nerf this a little bit. I think it used to be 60% damage instead of the 58, so that 2% doesn't seem like too much. I have not tested it out fully. I am running Vicious and Keen as well, and I went ahead and slapped on an Augment Abyssal for the void damage because we are trying to maximize void damage with the Abyss having void damage. What I opted in for this one right here is I did the Crippling Reap. It's a very common one. You can use that for different builds as well. Highly recommend that. Here's what I use right here. You can get this from the PvP track. We want striking heals as much as you can. We are maxing out refreshing. We got 4 out of 4 perks, and the void harnessing. That's what's going to really amp our damage here, y'all. A lot of people do fire harnessing. This is what's going to put us in a different angle, is having that void damage. There's a lot of fire resistant out there, so I find more success with the void damage. It's very rare that I run into a lot of heavy tanks that take that void damage in the way that I'm trying to dish it out. So it's very important that you run void damage for this build. Again, this is where I'm getting a lot of my damage. I also have freedom here. You could swap that out for something else if you want. Again, we're just running down. We got the health on there, striking heals and void damage. You know, I want to have a little bit of health here and there. That's what I would sacrifice for maybe even freedom. I would put refreshing on there, get a better perk on my amulet. The striking energy, this is key. You guys definitely want to have this perk on one of your pieces. This is going to help you really have less of an opportunity to stam out and more of an opportunity to stay ahead of their stamina as well. 16 doesn't seem like a lot, but remember, we're running a roll or a dodge in increments of, I believe, 50. So when you get hardy, that means you have 3. Which is going to be another important perk that you're going to want on one of your rings here. That hardy max stam, that allows us to get from the 2 rolls to the 3 rolls, and then as we spread those out using dodges and stuff like that, you can start squeezing in what feels like endless rolls for yourself. This is what really bothers people when they're trying to chase you down, and keeps you very slippery, and that's what we want in this build, is to be very slippery and then have a very strong punch when we close in on that gap that we're looking for. For my tumbler feet wraps, this is the ancient artifact that we're gonna run right here, y'all. Striking heals is what I added as my perk attunement. It is very good. I think you can do a few other things if you want. Tuned leather pants, featherweight. I've experimented with other things, but for my specific playstyle, I find tumbler feet wraps to be amazing. It keeps you alive. It gives you that extra boost of heals. It's just really good with striking heals right now. And of course, we're running Ankh. We want that stamina recover for our Ankh. On our champions ring is what I'm running here. PvP track. A lot of these are easy to get, y'all. If you don't know exactly, go ahead and do New World database. You can find exactly how to go about it. But PvP tracks where I'm getting these. You're seeing these. You're seeing these perks right here: refreshing toast, regenerating. The biggest one here is just regenerating. I had to run refreshing to get my max perk that I would swap out for the one where your mana heals you from drinking the mana pot. I think that would maximize my Ankh heals here. Also, I got Thrust Ward on my rings. I'm going to change this to Thrust Ward once I upgrade this too. The elemental's not so important. And then as you can see, I'm also running a little bit of, I still want some fire damage in there. This is where I have been curious about opting into more void damage. You could do void damage gems here, but I did 2 fire gems. That's mainly also because you're getting that fire damage absorption there, and that's big because we are running against a lot of mages out there, and we want to be able to give them a fight, and this is how we're doing it. So I think that's why those 2 are important. Next to that, we got 2 elementals. I'm gonna swap this one out for a better gem here eventually. Give me a rune glass in there, get extra damage as well. And then lastly, we were running the major heart rune of detonate. You guys know how this one works. It's basically just you press it, you give it a few seconds, and it's gonna explode. And what you do is you want to upgrade this just to get the accelerated movement speed. That's going to help you really increase your mobility. I use that going into fights. I use that getting out of fights. It's very situational, and you can decide how you can use that in the ways that you want. Okay, and enough of the items here. As you can see, it's a good rundown. I'm not even best in slot. I could use a better staff here and all that good stuff. And you're seeing my point spread. We're going to get into that right now. Let's go ahead and go to the attributes. This is what I'm running on my attributes. Yes, I have intellect food that's going to put me above 350 here, so I just have those extra points. But you want to have focus. I'm maximizing my cooldowns, guys, because this is a mobility build. I have focus here that's giving me that cooldown, and then strength is just going to be better than the extra crit, because the crits are going to give us back mana. Because of the abyss, we want to make sure our mana is below 100%. And then 200 con, you guys can mess around. If you're crazy, you can go 100 con, 150 con. 200's been the most consistent for me. It really helps my survivability. The damage is not too crazy when you're above 350. It does fall off. You'll see people do it. It does work. Yes, you will get more damage, but sometimes it's just not better than the survivability you can get just from this spread right here. So yeah, this is what I run right here. And then getting into the weapon masteries, y'all, we have fire staff. I'm using pillar, fire, fireball, and burnout. Burnout's going to be our mobility here. We're putting in a few points here. You guys just pause the video. You guys know what to do. I'm not going to explain all this to y'all. And then moving into the great axe. Great axe. We have reap, charge, and execute. Now, execute is the niche thing here. You will see a lot of the builds on YouTube right now are going to be maximizing gravity well. I think that gravity well is a really good perk or really good ability to have, especially in a team setting. You do want to have somebody in your group running that. It's going to be the world of a difference for team fights. However, because of my playstyle and because I prefer smaller fights and don't really care to do group fighting, I will do group fighting, don't get me wrong, but I'm very how do I put it? My play style caters towards more 1v1 type of action. Because of that, I enjoy using execute, and that's where you'll see this shine. Execute is also very good because sometimes even in the mass, you're struggling to take down that one tank who just keeps getting heals right before he's about to get killed. You know, he gets healed to full health. This solves that problem. You just get a little bit better at your timing with it, and then you're gonna slap that 5k damage on a tank, and it's always super reliable to have. And then the reap, we got that slow, that's amazing. The charge, it's a given. There's our movement right there. So we're getting that cooldown knocked down a lot, guys. That's what's really important for this build. But yeah, so this is the build. This is how I run it. I'm gonna probably put in some clips after this as an example of how you can use it and what the damage is gonna look like. The main target that you want to focus are the DPS Dex players. They're going to be your big squishies. Sometimes you can take on some tanks and some bruisers, but I won't even waste my time in most cases because some of them are just so freaking tanky. It does take like 3 to 4 people to take them down. So because of that, I like to focus healers. I like to focus Dex players, and that is just how I go about playing the game. Right now on the leaderboards, I was up there at the beginning. I have not been playing, so I'm sure I fell off. We got PvP kills here. We still top 30, 434 kills. Guys, second day of the season, I dropped 100 kills. I'm not using that just for clout, but the reason why is because I'm running this build and it just has so much damage potential. It's really good, y'all. I highly recommend it. So get on in there, try this build out. Tell me what y'all think. If you had success with it, post some clips, send it my way. I don't know, maybe I'll make something for y'all. Let me know how you like it though. Let me know down in the comments if this is a good video. If y'all want to see more like this, I can try. This is pretty much the only build that I have for this game. This game does take a long time to build these builds out. Because of that, I've really just isolated myself to this one build. But I am looking to branch out eventually if I continue playing this game more. But right now, this is where we're sitting at. If you guys like it, you know what to do. Have a nice day. Peace out. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed and made it this far, like, comment, and subscribe.